Welcome, race fans. Back here with the SRCA F2000 League here tonight with the Pro Mazdas, and we are at the Silverstone Circuit, the historical Grand Prix circuit. So that's going to be quite amusing out here, I think. This is the old historical part of the track, and that's where they're running tonight. Well, we got nothing else on broadcast tonight. And nothing coming up. Oh, wait a minute. That's not right. We do have the NSRA Manning Electric coming up tomorrow night, so I forgot about that. Okay, anyhow, taking a look at the analytics here coming into tonight. We do have a big, heavy wind here, 12-mile-an-hour wind. Gosh, 13 mile an hour there. 101-degree track temperature, 71-degree air temperature. 45 minutes is what they're running here tonight, but only this is a 2.93 mile track around just for one lap, so it's quite long. Tire window about 20 to 30 laps, fuel window about 15 to 20 laps, and I doubt if they'll even make it, maybe about 15. But anyhow, pit road speed 45 miles an hour. All right, let's take a look at the point standings coming in tonight. Harley Lewis with the point lead there, 7 points over Aldous Putegalis. John Morgan in third, 76 points back, tied with Sean Williams. Elijah Gracia in fifth, 77 points behind. Justin Ford in sixth, 87 points behind. John Poole in seventh, 94 behind. Mark Bredbenner in eighth, 103 back. Lucas Smith ninth, 107 back. Tyler Graff in 10th. 110 back. Andy Kinsey 11th. Daniel Falkingham trying to creep up into the top 10 there in 12th. Victor Volley falls to 13th now. Tom Mercier 14th. Wes Shear 15th. Caden Henry Oaks in 16th. Lucas Cram 17th. Spencer Madden in 18th. Tony Hillbrands 19th. And Nate Stewart rounds out the top 20 there. 157 points behind Harley Lewis. All right, right now, Aldous is the top of the leaderboard here at the moment here. I know it took him a little while to get up there, but as he usually does, you know, you got to go out there and give it a little practice time and try to pick off the best time you can there, because we've had several guys that have had the top. Daniel Falkingham had the top, and John Unsby, and then John Poole, and John Morgan, and then it went to Aldous. So these guys have swapped up the top spot here quite a bit. Well, everybody ready for a little road course action tonight here in the Pro Mazdas? Hey, Nathan, Arfsky, Mike, how's it going? Oh man, there's a big flip. John Poole endoed it right there. Hey, what? Minute 35 seconds to get around. Pretty good. So if you think about 45 laps, what's that equate out to? How many laps are going to turn here? 20, maybe? About 30 laps, yep. About 30 laps. So I'm sure we're going to see one pit stop in there, possibly two, but it depends on what kind of fuel mileage they do get. They have one reset here tonight and a 20 incident limit. So I got 20 times you can run off the track or bump somebody and you be eliminated, disqualified from the race. That's not really too awful many incident limits. I'm doing okay there, Arfke. Thank you for asking. All right, folks, we're going to step away and play the national anthem. We'll be right back. right, we're back. Qualifying just now started. We still haven't had anybody bring in a time yet. Said almost 3 miles around this track, but you know, if you run off into the grass a little bit, that nullifies that lap and does not considered an incident, so it does not count that lap. There we go. Aldous comes in on, oh, Falkingham into the top of the leaderboard at the moment. First lap. Pretty close times there, about 1/10 separating them. Yeah, I'm kind of thinking right around about 29, 30 laps the race will be, because if it's taking them a minute and 35 to get around here, if it was a minute and 30, they would do it in 30 laps. So I'm thinking with just a few seconds off of that, they might get to 30 laps, because it would go depending on where they're at on the lap. So yeah, right around 30 laps, give or take. Now Falkingham is holding on to the pole position so far. Oldest 0.139 behind him. Little over 110. It's still pretty close though. It's so easy to get distracted for just a split second. And if they Aldous was right behind Daniel when they got the green, wouldn't take long for Aldous to clear him and get by him. Yeah, it is pretty amazing in Forza. I like it in Forza. This is an odd track. They got many different configurations here on iRacing, and a couple of different versions too, the older version and the newer version. That kind of added to the flexibility of so many different configurations. And that's one thing that is cool about this track is the multitude of different kinds of racing that you can have here in all the different cars, you know, the different circuits you got to run. Well, that'd be pretty cool, Arfke. that's a tall order to fill right there on your bucket list. Yeah. So far, Falkingham's holding on to the pole. The Aldous catching him unless he's going to do it here in the last minute. He's on the track. Well, my mic's cutting out? What? You say my mic's cutting out there, Matt? All right, well, there it is right there. There's your qualifying times, and Daniel Falkingham will hold on to the pole. All right, we'll get everybody accounted for here. if it ever finishes. All right, finally. All right. On the MaxSpeedTV starting grid, Daniel Falkingham taking the pole at 1 minute 35.756 second lap. In second place, Aldous Putikales. In third, John Morgan. Fourth will be Nate Stewart. John Poole starting fifth. John Unsby sixth. Elijah Gracia seventh. Richard Colomby will start in eighth place. John Williams ninth. Spencer Madden 10th. Andrew Cardinelli will start 11th. Tony Hilbrands 12th. Zachary River 13th. Louis Morga start 14th. Tom Mercier 15th. Howie Sue-Detrey in 16th. Lucas Smith 17th. Justin Ford 18th. So 18 drivers taking the track. Good. I'm not sure how loud these cars are because they're so quiet anyhow, you know. I've got the volumes turned up on them so you can hear them, but I'm not sure how loud that's going to be. All right, standing start on this. They get ready to go green here. Be able to hear the cars revving up here in a minute. Get ready to go green. All right, here we go.
Green flag, green
and
flag.
There's the green. Lots of black marks on that track. Everybody spinning the tires. Down into turn one, Falkingham with a little bit of a lead. I don't know what happened to... Wow, what happened there? Oh, we got cars flipping in the back. Tony Hilbrand's upside down. Howie Sue-Detrey. Tom Mercier. Oh my gosh. Man, we got Tom Mercier on his roof. Can't get... Ain't no roof. On the top roll bar. Let me put it that way. Let's go back and take a look at this. This is right on the start. I'm on Tom Mercier. Let's see what happens here as they come down into turn one. I don't know if something happened here. It looked like, oh, somebody cut him off right there. It looks like. Oh, wow. What the? Holy smokes. How did I miss that? Who was that? Spencer Madden? Oh my gosh. I mean, he was just totally off the track there. Yeah, he was totally off the track, and it looked like he was into the grass. And when he come back up onto the track here, he come right over into Tom Mercier, and he got some major airborne there. And Tom Mercier, he was just like flipping everywhere. So was Spencer Madden. Oh my gosh. Well, one reset is all they get, folks. Just one reset. Oh my gosh. Wow. Not a way you want to start the... Sorry about leaving the lead up here, but Aldous did take over the lead. We had to go back and check out that crash and see what happened. I'm kind of surprised that did not bring out the caution, or the admins didn't throw the caution, but Walkingham back to second now. Well, you know, just speaking in kind of like general terms, you know, I know there's no roof on them. I kind of say it in a jokingly way. So, John Poole looking to try to get around Nate Stewart. Off into the grass he goes, though. Got a good run here. Boy, these guys are all bunched up together. Some guys still trying to make it to pit road, getting out of the way. That is Spencer Madden. He is just trying to make it to pit road. Got an awful lot of damage on that car. I mean, that car is history. Aldis with a good commanding lead now, 3/4 of a second and stretching it out. This is where it starts getting kind of, these guys are getting all on top of each other. Nate Stewart in third. John Poole fourth. John Morgan in fifth place, starting third. Looks like a lot of fun out there, though, don't it? John Unsby in sixth. Eyeing it into the corners. And Elijah Gracia now seventh place. He's closing up on John Unsby. I don't really see any passing going on or anything anywhere, so put away back to Richard Colomby. Back at 8th place. Andrew Cardinelli 9th. Back here with Sean Williams. Cardinelli picked up a couple of positions at the start of the race. I think part of it is these guys are not going to get these laps back. Tom Mercier is back out on the track by himself, but he is one lap down, so it's not going to be good for him. Also, Spencer Madden's back out on the track after using a reset. So both them guys happen to use resets already, and they're way behind, already a lap down. Aldis stretching that lead out to 1.9 seconds now over Daniel Falkingham. Oh, contact. Nate Stewart and Daniel Falkingham make contact. Nate Stewart takes over second, though. Just a little tire rub there. John Morgan's closing up on Daniel Falkingham. Those three pretty much nose to tail. Falkingham pulls out on Nate Stewart, trying to make that pass back. And he does make it. Nate Stewart gets off in the rumble strips. Man, these guys are racing hard right now. But this ground is so hard to make up, and they're trying to work together here to make up that ground to Aldis now. They're in a slipstream here. And it seems to be working. Well, no, it's not working out well. They're 3.5 seconds behind the leader now. But these two racing side by side like this, man. Buckingham, Nate Stewart. Close call right there. Nate Stewart swings real wide in the corner. A lot of shifting going on the track like this here. There's one heck of a lot of shifting. See them three going at it. John Morgan now taking a look there, trying to figure out what he needs to do to get up there and try to pass both of those guys. Oh, wow, he took a look and he is going to make the pass. Oh, he spins it out. Oh, no. He just lost a bunch of positions on that, but boy, he caught that grass a little bit right there, and man, that was it. John Poole gets by. He goes into fifth now. Elijah Grossi is sixth place. Hanging right on the back there of John Poole, but picking up one position now. Back and check on John Morgan. John Morgan went to pit road. I think he wants to get that damage assessed and see what it's going to take. Maybe get some new tires on that because those are pretty much destroyed now after sliding. I hope he doesn't call it a day, because he's still got a reset for that car or anything, you know. Nate Stewart back to second. Yeah, this is some good racing. This is the kind of car that is just what. Let me rephrase that. This is the kind of track that this car was designed for right here. This, you know, this is like a kind of like a mini Indy car sort of, and they got a lot of horsepower in that little baby. I'm telling you. They don't like go super fast, but they get up there pretty good. Yeah, they're hitting about 133 on the front stretch. So, I mean, that's booking pretty good for a little car like this here. Well, the bad thing about being the leader, pulling away 5.2 seconds, you don't get a lot of camera time. So let's give Aldis a little bit of camera time here. Look at that long hair, huh? And that is a real picture of Aldis. He told me that is his real picture. Unsby. Wow, he is doing everything he can to hold John Poole back. Poole is all over the back of him here. And it kind of looked like Unsby might be doing a little bit of blocking there. Well, I'm not going to say blocking, but it seems like when John Poole makes a right, maybe try to go around the right side of him, Unsby closes that door up pretty quick. So there could be a little bit of blocking going on there. It's one of them tracks that, you know, there's not too many places to pass, so when you do get a straightaway and it looks clear enough to pass, you've got to make that move and make it quick. Got to be able to outshift the guy. Hey, Harley. Harley, you're going to lose that point lead there, brother. Looks pretty amazing though. Looks like a lot of fun. Falkingham to third after starting on the pole. Had an absolutely great qualifying effort. Actually beating Aldis on the pole. I mean, so that says a lot for him right there. And now Nate Stewart's got by him. Nate started fourth place and in second. Oh, and he just spins it out right in front of Falkingham. That was costly. All right, he gets it back going, but oh my gosh, he's back into seventh place. Well, that put Falkingham back into second. Well, I bet you that scared the heck out of Falkingham right there. John Poole just popped into team. How did he do that while he's driving? Okay. How did he do that while he's driving? And he moved to another channel. How the heck's he doing that? Wow. You talk about multitasking. John Poole out there driving it. One of these little buggers around Silverstone and popped into TeamSpeak and moved to the race channel. Holy smokes. All while trying to chase down John Unsby. That's pretty impressive. Elijah Gracia running in fifth. Elijah comes into today fifth in the points, 77 points out of the lead. Harley, how come you're not in here racing? Aldis is out there by 6.9. Well, you might as well say 7 seconds now. 7 seconds ahead of Daniel Falkingham. Falkingham stretched that lead out over Unsby just a little bit now. Almost about 9/10 of a second back to Unsby. Richard Colomby has closed the gap up on these guys. Might be one of the fastest guys out there right now. The way he's closing the gap down on them. Down to 4.7 seconds behind Elijah Gracia. I'll make that 4.6. He might be the fastest guy out there, or one of them. Probably him and Aldis. Hey, Jeff. Zachary Rivard coming from 13th to 7th. What a great job. Oh, as I say that, he goes off in the sand. Oh my gosh. Well, he gets a slowdown penalty, but he gets it back going. Now he's got dirt all over them tires. It's something you don't want to have on your tires. It kind of makes it a little slick out there for a bit till you get the dirt wore off of it. And dirt really wants to stick to those hot tires, hot sticky tires. Takes about a lap to get all that dirt wore off of. Sean Williams, 8th place for Sean, picking up another position. Justin Ford in 9th. Justin's come from 18th to 9th place. That's a pretty impressive run. Nate Stewart was up there, had 2nd place for a while. He went in, pitted, got fresh tires on that car, And back out here now. 10th place trying to run these guys down. You can actually go probably the whole distance without changing tires. And they may, they might be able to go. Maybe Harley could tell us. Harley, could they go the whole distance on the same tank of fuel and same set of tires? And they're probably going to be. They're probably looking at about 30 laps total. Right around 30 laps. Oh, well, that's too bad, Harley. Well, work comes first, you know. Her life comes first. This is just a hobby. This is just a time passer. Something to do. Whatever you'd want to call it. A game, a sim. Buckingham now 8.2 seconds behind Aldous. Okay, no tires? Okay. I do not know that, Harley. That would be something you'd have to ask Elijah. I do not know. Unsby, third. And man, I'll tell you, he's been after Falkingham, but he just can't quite, he can stay with him, but he can't figure out a way to get around Falky. At least not yet. Oh, okay, okay. Okay, so they'll probably have to pit one time. I'm thinking probably in about the next 3 or 4 laps here, we might see Aldous come to pit road. That's going to put him right probably at about the halfway mark. I know it's counting laps now, but because I don't have this totally set to time. So it'll kind of give you a ballpark figure of when they're going to be getting close to the end here. Falkingham 8.6 seconds back. We have had a few guys on pit road. Nate Stewart was on pit road, and with them fresher tires, he did manage to get by Justin Ford. Justin now back to 10th, but still an impressive run coming from 18th. And the only one we've lost here tonight is Louis Morga, and I'm not even sure if he even started the race. He qualified, or well, I don't even know if he qualified actually. He may not even, he just may not have took the grid. Lucas Smith in 11th place. John Morgan now back to 12th. He pitted. Tony Hilbrands, 13th. Cardinelli, 14th. He's been on pit road. Tom Mercier, 15th. We've seen Tom flip there and up onto the top of the car there. So where the camera is. Right up at the tippy top of that point right above the driver's head. The camera there. Kind of like that. That's about where the camera is. He was in that wreck earlier. Him and Spencer Madden. Madden got loose off into the grass and wound up bending it. And that was in the first turn on lap 1. And come across the track and took out Tony Hilbrand. Oh yeah, yeah. I'm really surprised Falkingham's still holding on to the second here because of the way these guys are racing. But John Poole did finally get around John Unsby. So the John and John show are back here running for third and fourth. Unsby loses the position and goes back to fourth place. John Poole trying to make up some ground he's lost in the points. Back in seventh in points. 94 behind the leader, Harley Lewis. Yeah, Harley Lewis is our points leader, and he's sitting in chat. Columby into fifth. Elijah Gracia come to pit road. Got his tank full of fuel now. He should be good to go the rest of the race. We're at the 15 lap to go mark. And we're just kind of waiting to see when the leader's going to come into pit road. Walkingham's coming in. Oh no, he was off the track. Oh no. Him and John Poole. Let's go see what happened to those two. Like John Poole may have come up on Falkingham here. Yeah, he took a look to the outside here of Falkingham. And come right down into Falkingham. No, they didn't make contact there. Oh, yes, they did. Tire contact. And that's going to flip both of them. Falkingham goes around. Oh, and Unsby gets into that as well. He tried to miss it, but it wasn't meant to be, I guess. Poole, he's going to ramp it up across the grass. Man. Yeah, these guys, they took a heck of a ride there. Falkingham and John Poole, Unsby, and everything. Boy, they all took a heck of a ride. Well, John Poole takes over second place now. These guys just lost a lot more ground to the leader, but Unsby goes to pit road. Getting reset. New fuel and everything. I think Falkingham, he's on pit road as well. Those guys are probably really lucky that it happened right where it happened. I'm kind of curious to see if John Poole's going to come to pit road because he's going to have to stop anyhow. He may as well come in knowing that those guys were just on pit road. Aldous is trying to stretch that lead out enough that he can go in and pit, come off pit road and still have the lead. Columby in third. Zachary Riverd now in fourth. John Williams fifth. A lot of things have changed out here now. Elijah Gracia is in sixth place. He's been to pit road already. So he's coming up on Sean Williams. He's closing up on him. About 2.5 seconds behind Sean. And closing. Unsby did his pit stop, come to pit road after that accident there. Did it quickly. That's what you got to do. Get in and out of there quick as you can. Stays on the lead lap, now running about almost 50 seconds behind the leader. Nate Stewart was in earlier. Justin Ford, guy that's cut the field in half after starting 18th, still running in 9th. Has not been to pit road yet. John Morgan, that is your top 10. Daniel Falkingham, 11th. Let's get back up here and see if we can figure out when the leader is going to come to pit road. Still has not made a move to come to pit road, so he may be going to just stay out there and run it out just as far as he can, and then just only maybe stop and take a half a tank of fuel. I don't know how much fuel he would need to finish it up. John Poole is 19.7 seconds behind him. That's a long way. That's an eternity. On a road course like this, that's an eternity. That's like a quarter of a lap. Almost a quarter of a lap. No, you're not the points leader anymore, Harley. Nope. I'm afraid that's probably going to go to Aldous. Well, these guys have been out here for 18 laps now. Quite a stint on the same set of tires. And the same tank of fuel, I should say. Harley says they can make it all the way on tires. I don't think, yeah, the tire fall off on these cars are absolutely but nothing. Ackery Rivered. Happy to be inside the top 5, but that'll probably change after he hits. Roger Gracia has been to pit road. He just went back into the top 5 now. He's got John Unsby closing in on him. John Poole involved in that accident there with Falkingham and John Unsby. Those two had to go to pit road and get a reset, but he is not resetted yet. Still out here turning laps in second place. Daniel took it behind the wall, I guess. Oh man, what happened, Daniel?
This is just me in a Pro Mazda. I always seem to wreck every race, but honestly don't know. I was just trying to just defend my position, and I mean, it's pretty amazing, I'm trying to defend, but I just swiped across. I think it was John's front wing, and apparently it left my rear tires off the ground, which is I'm kind of blown away by. So that happened, and then I kept wrecked, and then I was wrecking, and I was trying to find the friggin' pit lane. It took me like 30 years to find, so I was off spinning around the infield. Don't know if you caught that, but yeah, and then I was wrecking again, spun off, got off track, and now I'm DQ'd, and now I'm here.
Man, oh man. Well, I noticed he had a 20 incident limit on that. I'm kind of wondering why, road courses usually you don't put too many incident limits, Did Elijah did he explain that why he did that, or did he?
I can't remember exactly the reason, but I'm not sure. But you have to ask him about that. But I'm not sure if it's just for like safety precautions, like if someone's like been killed out there and it just keeps going off track many times, that just to get rid of them, like what happened to me. So not sure. You have to ask him, but that's kind of an unknown factor.
Oh, John Poole just came to pit road. He's been on pit road now, so let's see, there's only a couple of people that have not been to pit road yet. Kind of curious as to how much longer they're going to stay out here. Aldous has not been on pit road yet. He surely can't make it the whole way on the same tank of fuel, can he?
No, he's going to probably come in and add about 2 gallons, and then he'll be all set.
Okay. Oh, here he comes right now, just as I said that. Wow, he's coming in there pretty hot.
Well over 27-second advantage.
Yeah. Try 42.
Oh.
Yeah, you have it. iRacing's not updated instantly.
Yeah, you have better data than I do.
Yeah. 42-second lead over Zachary Rivard right now.
All right.
So he can come off of pit road and still be in the lead. Zachary's got to come to pit road too. So that may come down to putting Elijah into second eventually.
Okay.
Yep, here goes Aldous. He's off the pit road now.
See, has anyone else stayed out? Because I know Aldous is going to rejoin the order. There goes
Zachary. Sean Williams has not been on pit road yet. Those are the only two, Zachary and.
Yep, and like I said, I think you already knew this, but like with these Pro Mazdas with the tire heat up and stuff, you don't really need to take tires on a pit stop. You just need to take some fuel, almost like a splash and go, and then you're on your way.
Right. Well, Zachary has not pitted yet, and he's down to 10 seconds behind Aldous now. After Aldous pitted off of pit road, Zachary's got to come to pit road yet. Yeah, that was kind of a shame there. What happened is we caught that, you know, you guys made that tire contact, and that's kind of a drawback of the open wheels like that. You know, if you rub tires, sometimes it'll pick you up. You know how that goes. And the way the three of you got together like that was just, I mean, I know you were right on top of each other, but golly, all three of them got damaged.
Yeah, it was weird to say the least, but yeah, this is why I'm an old driver, and this is why I'm a stock car driver.
Yep. Yeah, it's something that's got fenders on it to protect the wheels.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Elijah's in third right now. John Poole is right there with him, though. And oh man, I thought he was okay. And if I know John, he's going to try to figure a way to get around Elijah. I just hope that don't happen to him like what happened to you there earlier. Man, that was a mind-blowing thing that happened right there. And when I seen all three of you off into the grass, and I was like, what the heck just happened? I had to go back and rewind it and look.
Yeah, there's one of those incidents, but like I said, I'm definitely out of the points battle now. But I really wasn't racing for points because I think I literally have wrecked out of every race this season. So, yeah, so I'm just out here just having some fun, you know, just try to get better at road course racing, especially with these Pro Mazdas, which are pretty hard to drive. So, yeah, I was feeling very confident in practice. I was pleasantly shocked I managed to get the pole, but as they always say, dreams can be short-lived. So, but yeah, so it's unfortunate, but hey, at least I finally had a decent race for once.
Well, Elijah just went into second after Zachary did come to pit road.
All right.
Finally, he's off of pit road now, back in 6th place. Sean Williams, he was in too. He's in 8th place. Sean's gotten, he's gotten better and better. Every time I see Sean running a road course car, he just keeps getting better. You know, he stays focused, and he's just so calm, cool, and collective about it.
Absolutely.
How many times
Sean's like one of those people. He like I said, Sean. He's one of the nicest guys you'll ever meet, and plus, Sean is not one of those guys who pushes it every lap. He's a guy that's just go with the flow and just takes it, just takes it corner by corner. You know what I'm saying? Yep. And he's always finishing these races, unlike me.
Yeah, look at it. He's going to finish well ahead of you.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, we're on the back. Yeah, we're on a record pretty much, and yeah.
Well, that's why he's 4th in points, though. You were 12th.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Just kidding you.
Yeah, it's been a rough season.
Well, Elijah's almost 22 seconds behind Aldous now. Aldous is a freaking alien, isn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Man, I'm telling you, when you got the pole, I was actually kind of shocked. I mean, I'm not saying that you couldn't have done it. I'm just saying I was surprised that Aldous didn't get it, you know?
And I was surprised I was the one that beat him, so.
Yeah. It just that we're used to seeing Aldous up there, but it didn't take long. What was it, a couple laps and he got by you?
He got by me on the first lap, like we were heading into like the fast right-hander towards the end, like almost like where the third sector would be. But he got by me, and I was like, yeah, let's just ride in line. But I had a good race with like people like Nate Stewart, John Poole, all those guys for second place.
Hey,
And that was
John?
just the fact of me taking it easy, because when I try to push hard at these things, I always spin out. And it's pretty hard to spin out, especially like through the Maggots, Beckett's, and Chapel section, you know, like where Oldest is going into right now. Yes, it's pretty, like the back end really wants to come around on you there, so it's very light. So these cars are always light no matter what track you go to, so they're very hard to drive, but I mean, when you can hit it right, it's really fun.
Yeah, I mean, I know it takes a lot of throttle management in just about any kind of car that we're driving, but yeah, as light as these things are, it takes extra throttle management.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Justin Ford just went a lap down, 10th place.
Yeah, we're just under 7 minutes to go in this British Grand Prix.
Justin came from 18th, but he passed up a lot of those guys that were caught up in some. At the beginning, there was Spencer Madden and Tom Mercier, Tony Hilbrand's, them three. Oh man, they all got together. That was You missed all that. You were way ahead of it. That was pretty bad. Arnelli, 12th place. Boy, he's in a good battle here. And actually, John Poole trying to get by these guys. He's trying to figure out a way to get around some of these lap cars. And try to keep up with Elijah Gracia as well. I'm just having a good run here today. I mean, this is impressive. He started 7th.
Yep. And he's yet to pit, right?
No, he pitted.
He did?
Yeah.
Well, then he's really jumped these guys then. Well, probably because they got collected in my incident. But, but he's definitely jumped those guys.
Yeah, he pitted at a different time than everybody else, and it really kind of caught everybody. But, off the track there by John Poole. Wow, good save. He didn't need that right now, trying to run down Elijah. Right now, I'm showing about 5 to go, but Aldous is going to come around and make it 4 to go here.
Yep, we got 5 minutes remaining on the clock as he's coming around. And he's going into,
It'll probably be less than 5 to go. 5 laps to go. Because it takes him a minute and a half. Well, actually, about a minute 35. Aldous is turning. I don't think his times fell off since the beginning of the race.
Yeah.
Still running a minute and 35-second laps.
Yep. Like he's coming around, coming back around the start-finish line to what was the old pit straight to the current Silverstone. But this is the old pit straight, but we're like with this in the old Silverstone we're using the historical layout. So this is the pit straight, what normally would be the back straight on the newer Silverstone. And here he is going into Cops right here.
All right, 4 to go.
I mean, honestly, what can you say about all this? I mean, ever since he came to this season, or ever since he came into this league last season, he's been on it.
Oh yeah.
Don't forget, Harley Lewis is not here to challenge him this week.
I know it. Harley's in chat. He said he had to do it. Work or something he had to go in for. So. But he's watching it on YouTube right now. Yeah, he knows he's lost the point lead now because he's not here today. Kind of a little bummed about it, but hopefully he'll be back next time. Gracia now 23, almost 24 seconds. Aldous. Still battling with John Poole back here. This is the battle for second and third.
Yeah, this is what me and John Poole were going through earlier, so really good battle.
Yeah, and I think John's being a little more careful this time. I mean, you know, I think he learned a little bit. He's getting a little bit too close to you, and you're getting tangled up. He did a good job of saving his, because he stayed out there and didn't even pit to get a reset. He didn't get that much damage. Actually, the only damage I think he got was where he went out into the grass and it damaged his front wing. That was about the only damage he got on. You guys got the most. You got the worst damage. Oh man, your car.
Oh yeah, I got destroyed.
Yep. Free to go. I don't know. You think Elijah can hold off John Poole?
Oh, it's gonna be pretty hard, especially on the straights where slipstream, especially with these cars, it's very easy to get. Like you can gain so much time on the straights when you just slip in right in behind somebody, you can instantly gain all that time back and could possibly go for an overtake.
I'm just kind of wondering if John's sitting there just kind of waiting till the last lap to make a pass on him. No, it does kind of make you wonder. Is he just kind of holding something back right now? Is he kind of just staying in the draft? He seems to be mirroring every move that Elijah's making out there on the track.
He could be, but honestly, with this, he goes off track here. He's right back on it, and as long as he can stay with in that slipstream, because you can be almost like half a second behind someone, you can instantly be right beside him hanging in the car, because these straights are super long here at this racetrack. So if he can just stay in that slipstream, you should be able to run him back down.
Yep. He lost a little time there getting off into the grass, but he'll be all right. Elijah's probably just taking a little breath there a minute, thinking, man, got a little bit of a break. You know, I don't know how much mirror driving he's doing, but I'm sure he's paying attention to what John's doing right. Well, it's 2 to go. These are usually pretty good right on the money because, you know, even though it's a timed race, it runs a little bit over the time. Yeah. Yeah, what do you got? What do you got, about a minute left?
Yeah, normally in real endurance racing in real life, like once the time expires, then the next time around they take 1 lap to go.
Right. He should be getting the white flag this. Yep. Alien Aldous.
Yep, here we go. We're about to have another challenge here. Second place. Here he goes. John Poole to the inside. Heading into Stowe, I believe.
Yep. And Elijah, he's trying to hold him off, but John's got that inside line.
Still side by side through Stowe.
White flag in the air. Oh, and Elijah holds him off. Golly.
Ooh, looks like John might get the better exit here.
I figured it was going to come down to the last lap battle. John's got to go.
Here he goes. He's going
to
take the inside line away from him.
And that was the perfect corner to do it in. Oh my God!
They're still side by side.
Hey, those guys are racing the heck out of it right now.
Oh, back end. He loses the back end. They're still side by side. Oh, Elijah, he's going to get the better run out here because he's arcing out in the corner. Oh, unless he does that.
Checkered flag in the air for Aldous, and John Poole's going to come home second. Nice.
Wow.
Very nice. Well, Aldous, heck, he already took it off the track.
Elijah gave it his all, but wasn't quite enough.
Man, I'm telling you, that was great, though. A great battle for second place. All right, well, we'll get these guys up here in just a minute and talk to them, so hang on. All right, we're here with the winner, Aldous Putegalis. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you're doing it good.
Well, congratulations on your win, man. What a performance out there. It didn't take you long to reel in Daniel Falkingham at the beginning of the race right there, pass him for the lead, and you never looked back after that. You finished with about a 26-second lead over the rest of the field. That was pretty impressive.
Yeah, I was surprised actually, because I don't really like Silverstone, so I don't really race it a lot as well. So I was basically memorizing turns when I started practicing. So yeah, and I was thinking that Daniel will give me more, interesting race, but something happened.
Yeah. Well, tell me about that pass, because I didn't catch it on there because there was a wreck back there that I was on when you guys were passing each other, because there was a wreck, and I think it was in turn 1 or 2 on the first lap.
At which one it was? I tried a couple of times, it didn't work out, and then on one of them it worked out. So then I tried to break the slipstream, and I guess I managed it after the first time I went by turn 1, because I could do turn 1 nearly flat out in the beginning, later flat out, and I don't think they could, the rest of them.
Well, what was your secret here today that you pulled away from the field so much? I mean, it took you a little while to figure out the track, and then after you figured it out, you were gone.
Yeah, it was just hitting those marks, I think, and that was about it. I didn't really make any big mistakes. I don't think I get any off tracks or anything really. So yeah,
Wow,
just hitting the marks.
very good. All right, well, who you got to thank for this win, Aldous?
I think Elijah for making this league happen, of course, and to you for broadcasting it, and to my team for letting me do this, because it's a Spa 24-hour week, so I should be practicing really that one instead.
All right. Well, you started second, finished first, grabbed the win here tonight at Silverstone. So congratulations on you, and we'll see you next week.
Yeah, thank you.
All right, John Poole, you got a copy.
I do, Rudy. What's going on?
What happened here? Have a problem. Problem, Houston.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. This ain't good. A problem. What did I do?
Uh-oh.
I don't know what I did. did the server close?
It might have.
That might be why. Oh man. Well, okay, John Poole. Anyhow, tell me about your run there. That battle with Elijah at the end was pretty amazing. You kept looking like you were trying to figure out a way to get around him. You watched him many laps. You stayed behind him, and you didn't take any opportunities until that last lap and a half. And boy, then you were on it.
Yeah, absolutely. That battle with Elijah was probably I'd say top 3 battles I've had during sim racing. That was amazing. Elijah gave me room. I gave him room. It was, like I said, it was amazing. It was, I don't know. I'm lost for words for that battle. It was incredible, to say the least.
Well, it looked incredible. I mean, the way we were watching it there, Daniel and I, and it was like, how the heck did you guys? You just you were just sitting there waiting, and we didn't see anything until you got right down to the last lap and a half, like I said, and then that's when it all seemed to happen.
Yeah, it was more or less, I was trying to figure out where I'm gaining on Elijah, where I'm losing to Elijah, and I was just trying to minimize the loss there. I know Maggots and Beckett's, I was really struggling right behind Elijah, so that last lap there, I just, took it easy in the first corner, then took it easy going into Maggots Beckett's, and just tried to get the power down and off. I saw Elijah was kind of overdriving the exit of the S's, so I was just trying to, be as smooth as possible, hopefully down the hanger straight, get a tow, and possibly go side by side with him.
All right. Well, I'll tell you what, man, that was one heck of a show you guys put on. Well, tell me, let's kind of rewind back to when that whole ordeal happened there with Daniel Falkingham, John Unsby, and you. What happened there?
So, similar situation, but better than that last lap pass. Just got a run out of Maggots Beckett's going down the hanger straight. Dove to the outside of Daniel, and whenever we were coming into the corner, I might have pinched a little. He maybe came up a little, and we just made contact there. It looked like there was a little lag that kind of brought that on as well. But yeah, it was crazy. I had all four wheels off the ground trying to save it back there. I didn't think I would say I went four wheels off the ground and got a second place tonight. So
I know
yeah.
we've seen that. Your car just completely went airborne right there in the corners. But man, I'll tell you what, great race out there. Congratulations on second, and you beat Elijah there at that battle at the end. That was pretty awesome. I kind of thought that's maybe what you were kind of setting him up for, but I wasn't sure because Elijah wasn't going to give it to you. You guys went side by side for a long time right there. He wasn't just going to pull over and let you go by. I mean, I knew he was going to make you work for it. So, but he did an amazing job, and so did you.
Well, thank you, Rudy. Yeah, with Elijah, like I said, I was struggling to get by him, and then finally, I just got that perfect run down the straightaway there in the last lap, and you know, he didn't pull over for me, but I made sure that I was giving him the room.
Yeah.
That was my big thing, and he gave me the room as well, and it was incredible.
That's right. All right. Well, who you got to thank for this second?
Well, I got to thank Elijah for putting on the league and that amazing battle that we had. Got to thank you, Rudy, for broadcasting, and yeah, I think that's it.
All right, brother. Well, we'll catch you next time, and congrats again on second.
Thank you, Rudy.
All right, Elijah Grossi, you got a copy?
Yes, I do, Rudy.
Well, I want to hear your rendition of that battle, because man, that was pretty intense.
Yeah, that was a pretty fun battle between me and John there. I was just trying not to make a lot of mistakes there. I was taking turn one pretty easy, like not trying to get over in the curbing or whatever. But yeah, he just got me in a weak spot and got me down that straightaway, and it was a fun battle between me and him though. That was really fun.
Well, I noticed a couple times there it looked like you were trying to break that slipstream, but he was mirroring every move you made on the track. He was trying to stay in the slip. And you guys, that's what I'm saying. You guys were just, I knew you weren't going to just like say, oh, here you go, John, you can have it. I knew that wasn't going to happen. That's not in your vocabulary. But, you know, you made him work for it. And he did, man. I kind of half figured he was setting you up for it. But, you know, you just never know. I maybe he was just giving it all and was looking for something. You know, I thought maybe he kind of thought back to when him and John Unsby and Daniel Falkingham got together, and maybe he thought, gosh, I don't want to do that again. I'll just stay here and ride and take third, you know. But as it turned out, he had a good run.
Yeah, he did. He came back from a good ways back.
Yep. Well, you started seventh and finished third, Elijah. This should help you in the points a little bit. You were fifth in the points coming into tonight. I would say you'll probably be about third. I don't know.
Third in points, yeah.
Yeah.
And Harley loses the spot, of course, since he was there tonight, but he was there in the chat, I see.
Yep. Yeah, he was in chat. Yeah, he said you got work or something. You know, that comes first. So, but all right, well, any part of the race out there, Elijah, that you thought was kind of interesting? I mean, I know you guys, some of the guys went a little longer on their fuel than other guys, and I was kind of getting a little concerned. Like Aldous was staying out there for the longest time on it, and I thought, man, he's going to come in. But it does kind of make it better that you only got to come in and take a couple, you know, just a splash of gas to race, right?
Yeah, you never need tires, so you just need either probably a gallon or 2 gallons, and that's about it. So I pitted when I started to lose a little bit of ground, so I want to counteract on that and then get my pit stop out of the way and then start gaining ground after that.
It worked out perfect for you, man, to bring home a third place finish, man. Almost a second.
Almost.
Almost. All right, well, who you got to thank for this third place finish?
I got to thank these guys coming out here racing in my league. I mean, I wouldn't be here without these guys, so I also got to thank Nate Stewart. He had the fastest lap of the race, so that was pretty surprising. But and of course, Rudy for broadcasting this, so I appreciate it.
Oh, you know what? Daniel was going to interview you. Daniel, I'm sorry.
Oh,
Daniel.
Yeah.
I forgot. I'm sorry. My bad. You wanted to talk to Elijah. Gosh, I just now thought of that.
Yeah, it's all good.
We'll have at it.
All right. Honestly, I got really nothing to say. You took all my questions.
All right, then.
All right, wait.
Sorry.
Actually, I do got something to say. Elijah, how does it feel to be on the podium?
Well, it feels nice. I can't say for you because you wrecked or got DQ'd, so but it feels nice.
Yeah, and also one more question. If Aaron Smith comes back on Thursday nights, will you wreck him?
Not Thursday night, but maybe next Tuesday night. We'll see.
All right. Make sure he doesn't win most sport. We'll be all good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right, Rudy, all yours.
Okay. Sorry, Daniel. I just got in a roll there and I kept going. Sorry.
You're all good.
All right. Well, let's get up here to our winner and congratulate him again for grabbing the win and run down through the final
thanks, Rudy.
results. Yes, sir. Aldous will come home with the win. John Poole second. Elijah Gracia third. John Unsby finishes fourth. Nate Stewart fifth. Zachary Rivard sixth. John Morgan seventh. Richard Columby will finish eighth. Sean Williams ninth. Justin Ford rounds out the top 10. Lucas
Can
Smith.
I get the rest, Rudy?
Go ahead.
All right. Lucas Smith's going to finish in 11th here, 1 lap down, followed by Andrew Cardinell, also a lap down. Tony Hilburns will finish 13th for the race, and Tom Mercier, a sad race for him, but he finishes 2 laps down. Same with Spencer Madden with that first lap incident. And Daniel Falkingham will be finishing 16th there. He got disqualified for incidents. And Howie Detroit finishes 17th, 21 laps down, and Louis Morga in last 18th.
Yeah, I don't think he even started the race.
No, he just did practice.
But you just had to get that into Daniel Falkingham. I know you. I know. All right. Well, congratulations again to Aldous Pustikalis. And folks, we'll catch you next time. Until then, stay safe and have a good night.